We're looking for our first product marketing manager to basically start from scratch.
Hi, my name is Henry, and in this video, I'll be chatting with my friend Charlie, who's hiring a product marketing manager at his company. We'll talk about what his company does, what he's looking for in a product marketing manager, and how you can apply if you're interested. And I'll do my best to ask all the questions that you might ask as a candidate. Now, let's get started. Charlie, can you just give a quick intro about yourself, what you do, and what company you're at?
Yeah, so my name is Charlie Liang. I am the head of marketing at Finch. Our website is tryfinch.com. And I just joined last Monday and here to talk about the new product marketing manager role that we've opened.
Awesome. Before we dive there, what does Finch do?
Again, day 8, so I don't have this down pat yet, but in layman's terms, Finch provides a API solution to companies that are building HR software, building payroll software, building benefits solutions. We help companies connect with other providers that their customers might be using so that the customers can have a single source of truth for employee data. And we also help streamline a lot of the manual work that HR providers at our customers have to do to be able to get that data. We automate that via our API solution.
Got it. Can you tell us more about the role that you're hiring for?
Yeah. So Finch, we're a 40-person startup right now. We really grew out of the pandemic and are fully remote. We don't have an office and we are looking to grow marketing. Right now, it's myself and a growth marketer. We are probably going to end the year next year at 5 marketers total. And we're looking for our first product marketing manager to basically start from scratch and build our product marketing framework, launch new products, help us define our ICP and personas, work with sales, fine-tune our messaging, and create collateral to help close deals. So that's a few of the things that we're looking for this PMM to drive starting out.
You mentioned some of the things that the PMM will work on, but in terms of immediate business challenges, what are some that this PMM will be working on?
Yeah, just figuring out how we describe ourselves. How do we talk about our space? Working with analysts to help shape. This is a very nascent space. I mean, APIs have been around for a long time, but APIs to the HR payroll benefit space, the specific niche, is a new challenge that companies that are in this space are quickly realizing they need a solution for. So we need to figure out how to talk about it, and then also work with analysts to figure out how we want to standardize the nomenclature. The space is heating up and it's quickly becoming a fragmented space. Some new competitors are popping up. And so doing competitive research and understanding our strengths and weaknesses and helping position that in sales cycles are going to be really, really important as well. And then finally, we have a rapidly growing roster of clients. We 20x'd in 2020, and then we 5x this year. Next year, we're looking to triple. And we are looking to leverage our customer base to help our existing customers do their roles better, help them elevate their career, but also use existing customers to attract new prospects. This PMM will play a critical role in enabling that to happen.
Got it. So it sounds like it's a combination of positioning and messaging, marketing via PR, and then building up customer loyalty down funnel.
Yeah, it truly is a little bit of everything. Eventually, this isn't the only product marketer we plan to hire. We're looking for someone that potentially could be interested in being the leader of the org in the future, right? They have to be able to prove that they can roll up their sleeves and build kind of V1. But as the company grows, the tides will rise. There's definitely room for this role to flex into the leader of that org.
What's the culture like to start up?
Culture is great. I mean, we're still actively defining the culture, but the leadership team is very invested in creating a space that folks want to work at, right? I think we have a leg up because we've been founded in this new world of work. We're remote first, diversity, inclusion, and belonging is top of mind. We are having a very high bar for the folks that we choose to bring in. And I think it is a very solid foundation to build the company. So right now, the culture I think is fantastic, and we hope to keep it that way.
Can you speak more to the remote first culture? What does that look like? How do people
Yeah.
communicate and stay in touch?
This is actually my first remote first gig. I was at Lattice. I spent 4 years almost at Lattice before this and pre-pandemic. And then of course the pandemic hit and we were remote first. But at Lattice, we slowly started becoming kind of hybrid, right? As the offices started opening up. I think what's different about Lattice and Finch is that Finch has always been remote first, right? And I think when you've made that commitment, you do things a little bit differently. Some examples. We use this tool called Gather. It is essentially a virtual map of an office, and folks can like walk up to folks just like if it was in an office. They can have water cooler conversations. There's even like a poker room, and then there's private rooms for folks to meet. And it's actually replaced Zoom meetings. Initially, I was a little skeptical, but I actually warmed up to it. It's only been 8 days, and I actually really think it's an important piece of our workplace culture. It provides the space for folks to log off, but it also provides for folks that miss the interactiveness of the office space when you go in. It has the best of both worlds. We're very respectful of work-life balance. There's always so much to do, but we want to make sure that we have a sustainable work environment, and we're very good about being respectful of lifestyles. We have great benefits as well. For example, we have a $1,000 remote office stipend. There's like a $200 monthly flex, like money, basically you can spend on coffee, gym memberships, things like that, whatever you want, essentially. The leadership spend a good amount of time thinking about, okay, what are the needs of a remote first workforce? And we've really kind of incorporated that. So
what's your management style? How do you like working with your team?
I think high trust. We hire smart folks, and I'm not here to tell the smart folks how to do their jobs. I'm here to be a resource and unblock folks, but I'm not going to be certainly not going to be hovering over folks. So laissez-faire, but also accountable and respectful. And I really do believe I've been on both sides of the coin, right? That the employee manager relationship is the reason why people stay at companies. It's the reason why folks leave companies as well. And I have a high bar for hiring and intend to build a high quality team. And I also intend to make it a very exciting environment for folks to work at and are planning for the long term. That's my philosophy, and the details underneath that I could spend a lot of time talking about, but hopefully that gives a good sense.
That's a great overview. Can you share a few details of what that looks like in practice?
Yeah, I mean, we're all at companies to learn. So building career development plans and being on the same page with employees about, okay, here are the areas that they want to learn in. Here are the opportunities that they want to get that they might not be getting. And I think step number one is communicating that and being on the same page. The second step is action, right? Like communication without action. No one wants that. Once that's been communicated, I will actively champion to get the employees what they are hoping to get, or as much as possible, right? There needs to be an intersection of business need and employee need. We have constant one-on-ones where we are touching base. I can be very hands-on on projects as necessary as well. If you're working on a project and you need a sounding board or you need a thought partner, happy to spend as much time as needed on those projects, kind of working through that together. I think that's where a lot of the learning happens. I'm not one of those leaders where you won't hear from me, right? And I'm not available. I'm very hands-on if you want that from me.
Given the recession today, right? Lots of big layoffs from the tech companies, and then there's with startups, growth is uncertain. Where does Finch stand in terms of growth and runway?
We're at a very healthy financial position. We raised our Series A. Well, we announced it in May, and we still have most of that in the bank. We've 5x this year. So whenever like revenue is exceeding your original plans, like you have extra cash if you're doing it right. That extends your runway, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. We also are just about to close a Series B. The investor confidence in this space is very high, and the investor confidence in this team to execute is also very high. We have a lot of work to do. We need to go out and execute, but we're in a very positive financial position right now.
If someone was interested in applying for this role, what's a good next step?
Yeah, great question. Well, my email is just charlie@tryfinch.com. So the easiest way to get my attention is just to send me an email. Eventually, they will also need to apply on the website. It's just tryfinch.com, and then you can find the job is listed on the website. So take a look at the job description, and if it's interesting, shoot me an email, and then we can take it from there.
And is there anything that they should include in that email to you?
Just their LinkedIn profile, and then just whatever other information they want to include. A couple reasons why they might be excited for the role could be helpful, but that certainly is not a need to have.
That's all the questions I had, Charlie. Thank you so much for your time. And yeah, I'll make sure to link the JD and your email in the description.
Sounds good. All right. Good seeing you as always, man.
That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and comment below on what kind of videos you want to see next. Till next time, see you.